When people ask me, hey, I want to get into business, what should I do? The first thing I will tell them very often is get in the gym and get in shape. Why do you want to see people get control of their body? That's using my language. But why do you want to see them get in the gym?
Because everything else in your life will get better. Everything else in your life will get better. Everything else in your life will get better.
Why do you think that happens?
You know, take your car to the shop and get it tuned up. It's going to do better. It's going to do everything better. It's going to accelerate better. It's going to brake better. The radio's going to sound clearer. Everything's going to be better. It's going to smell
Jocko,
better.
Why do I need my body to be in shape?
Yeah, it will help everything that you do if you start to exercise. And I recommend, look, exercise whenever you can. You got to make it work. I recommend you exercise in the morning. I recommend you get up, you get out of bed, you go exercise, get on a program. It doesn't matter what the program is. And if you haven't worked out in 20 years and you're totally out of shape, cool. Start by walking. Start by doing a 10-minute walk, 15-minute walk, then a 20-minute walk, then a 5-minute jog, and then a 10-minute jog, and then get yourself a pull-up bar and start hanging on that thing. And then start doing a couple push-ups. Like, just start to build. And every part of your life's going to get better. It's not just, oh, this knucklehead Jocko sitting here saying your life's going to get better. No, you will be healthier. You will be more cognitively aware of what's going on. Like, your brain is sharper when you exercise. You will sleep better. You will think more clearly. Everything's going to be better. You'll perform better at your job, no matter what that job is. So yeah, go get after it.
Yeah, I really agree. This is one of those, I think the best thing I ever did for getting good at business was get control of my body. One, to get control of your body, you first have to get control of your mind. That helps. And then there's also this really fascinating thing that happens that when you realize I showed up every day consistently, I pushed myself to failure, I did things that were hard, I was very awkward in the beginning, and my body changed. I was able to, bend over and pick up a weight that when I first came into the gym, I could not do. It's really hard to track when you're getting mentally more capable. It's very easy to see that you're getting physically more capable. And so
those two things correlate.
For sure.
They correlate. So when you become more physically capable, you will become more mentally capable. When you become physically more resilient, you will become mentally more resilient. That is what will happen. That is what will happen.
For the average person that's never going to be in combat, what are the things that they can do to answer questions like, will I show up in that moment? Would I do myself proud? And they're never going to know if they'll do themselves proud in buds, but will I be able to do myself proud in moments where they get hard? Like Mark Divine does something, Coco Row, or I don't know. Do you know Mark Divine?
I know who he is.
Navy SEAL. Runs a sort of buds for the average person who just wants to see if they can make it, and it's done over 3 days or whatever. What can we do to better prepare ourselves to know who we will be in moments of difficulty?
Do hard things. Whether that's, waking up every day and working out, whether that's going to jiu-jitsu class, whether that's going to some kind of environment where there's going to be a stress that you're not used to. What kind of thing makes you afraid? Oh, heights makes you afraid? Cool. Let's learn how to parachute. Oh, public speaking makes you afraid? Cool. Let's go do some public speaking. Going out of your comfort zone and overcoming the butterflies that are going to be in your stomach and the little mini panic attacks that you're going to have, go do those things and do them as often as you possibly can. And you will get used to all these little feelings that arise when some pressure situation unfolds. And it's funny you said that you had like a friction of when they came in and said, hey, something's wrong. And you went into the mode of like, okay, well, we're going to solve the problem. That's what you're used to doing. You were the CEO of a company. How many times did you say, the manufacturing, we got a call from the customer, the shipping didn't happen. You dealt with a lot of problems. And no, they weren't like someone's life was at stake, like it was in this particular moment, but the process that you go through, we've got a bad situation. Okay, I can run away from it. That's not going to help. I can complain about it. That's not going to help. I can panic. That's not going to help. I can find a solution. That's going to help. That's what I'm going to go do. And so you go out and you do things that are challenging, and you will build some muscle memory of what to do in pressure situations so you don't panic. You don't do dumb things. And there's companies out there, Tim Kennedy's got a company called Sheepdog Response, and they do this kind of training. My friend Mike Glover has a company called Fieldcraft Survival, and they travel around the country doing events where you're going to get put in pressure situations. We have an event at Echelon Front, which is, we call it the FTS, it's a field training exercise. So it's very leadership focused, but it also provides some panic scenarios because we're going to put you into simulated combat situations. We have a really high speed, it's basically a laser tag system, but it's a really high speed laser tag system. But we have role players, we have explosions going off, smoke filled air, mayhem going on, missions to go accomplish. And we get to see people panic, people freak out. We also get to see the switch turn where they go, oh yeah, I know I can't panic. I know I can't freak out. I know what I need to do is lead, step up, make decisions. This is how I do it. This is my protocol. Take a step back, take a breath, look around, make a call. We teach people how to do that. That's what we do. So from a leadership perspective and from an individual perspective, that's why we created a program like that. Field training exercise, Echelon Front. Boom, you go in there, you learn some basic tactics, but it's not a tactical course. It's a course to learn how to handle stress and how to lead in stressful, dynamic environments. And when we get done with that, when someone gets done with that course, where they got a hostage to rescue, there's explosions going off, they're missing people out on the battlefield, there's downed men, there's screaming, there's yelling. They go back to work on Monday morning, and it's like, okay, something's wrong with the supply chain. All right, talk me through the problem. Let's get a solution. It puts everything in perspective. And most important, they learn a protocol of how to deal with stress and how to detach from that stress and how to lead in those stressful environments.